Alright, hello, welcome. I know we're a little late for the start today, but we are here now. So, I think the current goal is to tuck away Jack and Jill into the sheds over here. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we're going to store away Jack and Jill for now. What I want to do... Yeah. We'll store these guys over here. Oh, I did not get them on the right track. How did I mess that one up? Hold on, back up. Did I not press the thing? I thought I pressed the thing, but I guess I didn't. Awesome. I must have hit it? I thought I hit the switch. Maybe I didn't hit the switch. Interesting, but yeah, we'll just store Jack and Jill over here for now. I'm not too concerned about them just, like, you know, being back over here like this. It's fine. Anyway. So yeah, like I said, I want to run Percival up here a couple times to get some of the log trains and whatnot all done up. But I also want to double check that the line down here looks okay. I'm probably going to grab Percival and make sure he can run up here by himself without the cars being in the way first. He should be able to. He's like 10,000 units of strength or something. So he's very, very strong. But like, you know, sometimes. It's pretty scalable over here, I think. I'm a little worried that's close to the line, but we'll see. Same with over here. It looks way shallower. Did something happen? I don't remember rebuilding it. I guess it's just shallower. Okay, that's fine. We love shallow lines. They make me happy. That being said, that was the one section I was worried about. It was like, it might make it. So we'll just load up the cars and we'll see how well Percival takes getting over here. Where did I leave Percival at? Is he at the sawmill? Probably not. I cannot help but just sort of feel in my heart and soul that he's not at the sawmill. I'm gonna come over here and he's just gonna be like, hey, I'm not here. I'm at the logging camp. He's up at the logging camp, which means that the cars he usually runs are at the... aren't they? His cars are all the way at the depot. Well, we'll check to make sure the car's over here, because this is pretty close, but like, where are your trucks, sir? Were they at the sawmill and I just didn't see them? I don't really want to have to buy new trucks. Where would they have gone? Whatever, we'll fly up this way to check. This is why I need to start leaving all the trucks at the depot for like this little region. Are they over here and I just didn't see them? No. They're up on top of the mountain, aren't they? What the fuck? When did I do this? What? Universe? When did I do this? Why did I do this? What was I trying to do? Okay, whatever. It's fine. Just go ahead and grab ourselves some walls with rail. Feels like that'll be the infinitely better option over here. Okay, so we gotta go grab Percival, who's probably at the logging camp, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, 'cause that would have been the last space that I would have seen him. Percy, are you over here? Percival's not here either? Where's Percival? What? No, so where is Percival? Does anyone know where I left my train? Engine? Whatever you want to call him? Is he perchance down at... I don't want to have to buy him again. Percival? Where'd you go, buddy? Did the game delete you? Seriously, where is he? I see somewhere out on the... He might be somewhere out on the main line. Up over here. I don't think I'd have let him roll away. But maybe I did. Where would I have parked you, Percival? Percy. Oh, I think I know where he might be. Hold on. Because there should be this one right down here. Yeah. Hey, Percival. Sorry about that, buddy. Knew you were somewhere around here. You actually have your cars, too. Nice. Let's go. You have the brakes off, right? Yep. No brakes. No brakes. No brakes. No brakes. No brakes. Awesome. I was really worried I lost my engine there for a minute. I'm like, no, Percival, why? Where'd you go? Forgot I was running you for something. I think I was just grabbing these to take them back, but now we're gonna... Hello, how we doing? The original goal was just to run this back, I think, originally, to the sawmill, but then I wanted to rebuild, like, 8,000 lines and, like, got distracted. And forgot where we left Percival, but we found him. It's all good. We found Percival. That makes me happy. It's really pretty out here, though. Very scenic. The hillsides are really nice. A little bit of worry, but this should be fine. We're used to getting a little bit of downhill speed. I did not remember that being on a tilt like that. That is wild. But yeah, no. Oh, Percival, if only you were slightly faster, little buddy. I mean, you're faster than Hazel or Jack or Jill or Betsy, but like... They're all tiny porters compared to you. How do you not go faster than 18 miles an hour with your giant wheels? Your wheels are like two of them stacked on top of each other. It makes no sense. You should be hitting probably at least Janet levels of speed. Unless you're just geared wrong or something, I don't know. Because you're not really geared for pulling either. I don't know. Oh well. At least we'll be to our destination at some point in my life. Are we on the right track to get to the sawmill? I don't think we are. I think I need to flip the points once we get to that section. It's a bit of a ways away yet, still. These trees growing right up against the line are kind of not my favorite, but they're fine. They're not causing any difficulties, and I don't want to cut down too many, otherwise I lose some of the natural beauty of the land. I don't know. I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be alright. I listen to the steady rhythmic chuffing of this goofy little engine doing their thing. Okay, so we're just gonna run ahead. Yeah, Percival, it's a problem when I can outrun you. Yeah, I can really outrun him if I start flying. So I just want to see back here, because I need this one to be swapped over here. That way we can get on this chunk of track. Surprised we're running as good as we are, though. Yay, we're here. I can finally shut off steam and just roll into the station. I think we're going to run a full stack of beams up, and then we'll run a full stack of... What can I do? Even mix? I mean, we'll do 2 of these and 4 of these, actually. That'll be a little easier to deal with. So we're going for 4 stacks of beams and... Right? These are beams? Yeah, those are beams. The other ones are lumber. Yeah. Oh, I've only got 5. Interesting. Alright, well, I'll still take up 4 rows of beams, and we'll do just a couple extra... We'll do one rack of planks. Or lumber, whatever you want to call it. I always call them planks. I've played too much Minecraft in my time. Too much Minecraft in my time, I swear. Alright, and brakes. I don't really want you connecting up to that, surprisingly. Probably gonna have to go about 100% throttle just to get us shoved off, but it should be alright. Because there isn't really too much of a climb anywhere. Let's go full reg. Drop my reverser down to about 34%, because that'll be focusing on speed then. That's what we were doing on the way back, but like, I don't know. It's the part that frustrates me about the Class 48, is that it caps out at 18, which feels really low for what it is. It should probably be hitting at least 20, 25. It's got all the same size drivers as Glenbrook, and the Glenbrook hits, what, 26? So it's weird that this one just can't hit those speeds. A lot of the speeds for these engines feel really, really low compared to what they should be, realistically anyway. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Alright, I am playing with consuming fuel and water off. So we are just kind of casually coasting along. It's pretty fun, pretty fun. I do wonder if I could change this out to dirt at some point. I might. I think the dirt would look nicer. Especially with how I've been building stuff recently. I really do think the dirt would look a lot nicer. Just have shorter bridge sections. Air. I love me some air. We've hit the hot points of the day, I guess. Lovely old 3 o'clock to about 6 or 7. After that, it cools off enough that I could realistically shut off the air. And I usually try to do it. Yeah, no. Just casually running my train. A little bit worried about getting up the hill to the iron mines. The other thing I'm worried about with the iron mines is the iron mines themselves. So this should be set to the right track. So what I'm going to do is just let the train run itself. Because there's nothing really bad out here. It's all pretty flat. A couple little downs, but that's kind of it. Speed-wise, we should be fine. But yeah, I need to jump up to the iron mines and get this point set correctly. Otherwise, we aren't going to be loading into the iron mines. We're just going to be running stuff up here into the engine shed, which is not my goal currently. Awesome. And now it's time to fly back. I should be able to catch it. Quite easily, actually. I still fucking love this section of track and whatnot. It's so cool through here. I hate it, but I love it at the same time. Let's see, last I knew I could see that, so we should be... yeah, right here. Stop that train! Oh god, it's gonna hit me. Alright, we're up. Oh, we're slowing down a little bit. That's okay. We're holding steady at about 10, going uphill, so... oh, we're actually picking up speed again. Nice, nice. Alright, that is a little bit of an uphill section right there. Wild. Wild. Okay. Universe. No! Okay. I don't know what just happened there, but we're fine. Yeah, no. I'm just happy we're doing pretty okay for now. Once we actually get on to the incline, we may have to go a little bit harder, but it shouldn't be as bad as it was for Percival back in the day. Percival could shove about 5 cars almost all the way up. He just got stuck on the 8.5, like the big 8.5. It was probably close to about 9% really. So the hope is that with everything being more like a constant 4 to 6% range, if I'm in full shove mode, I'll be stuck to about 10 to 15 miles an hour on the up and up, which is a little annoying, but I'm not going to complain too hard. Slight downhill section right here, and then it immediately goes into an up. I looked it up. In Britain it's called a point trap. I forget what it's called in the US, but or supposedly it is, where you have like a U that like stops people from engines, cars, whatnot, from just like straight up forever going along straight track with infinite speed, especially from a giant hill like this. It's a bit of an accidental one, but it is nice that it's there. And we'll see how Percival holds. This is all the, like, 4% max stuff currently, and if we're holding alright, then I'm pretty okay with how this has been built. Pretty sure planks are heavier than beams. I should actually check the weights. Yeah, that's about 10,000 pounds versus, what, like almost 12? Oh, almost 18. That'll definitely change what sort of consists I can run up here, but as long as we can get up here, I don't mind. They're making about he's making about 9,000-ish pounds of tractive effort, force, whatever you want to call it. So technically speaking, especially right along here, where it gets really flat, we should really go straight and a little bit faster for a while. So I'm just going to drop that down to about... we'll say about 37%. That should be fine. It means we're going to focus on getting speed back up on this flat, which is good. We kind of need the speed, especially for this section right up here. It gets really weird and curvy. It's not really been done intentionally, it's just how it is. I don't have a say. But yeah. I went through and covered this rock with a bunch of rocks because you can see through the rock from some angles, and I don't know why, it's super bizarre. But I actually gotta focus on going full power now because we're on the incline. In an ideal world, this would have just been straight. Ooh. We're not going to make it. I'll turn to Sanders, but I don't think we're going to make it. Huh. I do wonder why we're stuck. Like, what do we keep getting stuck on? Because it's not that wild of an incline. I mean, it's a pretty sizable incline, but it's not that bad. So why are we getting stuck? Well, that does change things a little bit. I was hoping we could have Percival be the one to shove stuff up here, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Which is wild. It's like, he could have definitely done it. He just, like, stopped, and I don't know why. Did I have brakes on somewhere? No, I already checked all of them, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I checked all my brakes, yeah. I don't want to really drive Clara over here to save him. He should be able to make it up this. I don't know why he's not. It's wild that he can't do this, because he should be able to, by all accounts. We'll let them coast back down for a little bit. I will come through and redesign this for a little while and see if we can't fix this so that he can just like carry his momentum straight, hit the curves, and then deal with everything. Should be on the bridge right now, which is good. Yeah, we're basically off the bridge. So, why does this do this? I'll do this for now. I'm going to go ahead and put a 5-meter wall in place, because that's about how long my bridge caps are. So we have this. Cool. I'm gonna connect this onto here. That should be fine. There, that's mostly straight anyway. It's just kind of on an incline. And then we'll go ahead and make it so that it... Oh. Interesting. Something like that, and I should be able to connect this up to this. Oh. I'm not a huge fan of this look. Which type did I grab? I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Let's just grab that 1-meter track. Ooh. I guess I gotta do my brick stuff on that, which is fine. There we go. That should work, because that's pretty straight. Why would you have any issue with this? I don't know why it keeps trying to go down. It shouldn't be. It's bizarre. There we go. I knew it could do it. It just wouldn't do it for some reason. But this should be mostly straight, I think. At the very least, it'll be less awful. Like they. So it's a slight curve going up, but it should be alright. This is pretty shallow, this is pretty shallow. Oh, this is right where it gets stuck. So we'll figure out from here too. Oh, God. Ooh, don't want it to be that. Okay. We'll do the 5.5. Building in between the modes real quick, just to see what I can get going. We'll get this set back to regular, which is 0. Other thing I want to do is go ahead and hit 5, just for myself personally. Oh my god, this is... Okay, so this is like a 10%. Why is it 10%? How is it that bad right through here? This can't be 10%. I refuse to believe this is actually 10%. Holy shit. No wonder things can't get through here. I am a little bit impressed that it's that much of a grade right through here. Which means that nothing I do right here can help, basically. I may have straightened out the track a little bit, made it a little bit nicer to go along. Made it a little less evil feeling, but like... That's a 10% right there. A little over. So, unless I'm running... Yeah, let's go grab Betsy, actually. We'll go grab Betsy. Betsy can come along and help. That's not grabbing Betsy. That's the wrong button. Hold on. Betsy should be up the logging cam. You know what? Fuck it. It'd be easier to go grab Dell. Dell is faster. Dell is basically on the same line. This should actually be basically where I parked Dell. I sent Dell back to the sheds, that's right. Hello, Dell. You're actually needed today, my friend. That's the wrong direction. You might be able to do it. I wonder if I shouldn't have... I could totally have another one of you, or something that looks like you, down at the, wood area. Should just go straight. Am I gonna run into Hazel? Hold on. We're just gonna go with 10% on the regulator right now, because I think I'm gonna run into Hazel. So what I want to do is move Hazel out of the way by pulling her forward. Can I move you out of the way? Yes, I can. I'm just gonna swap you onto this line, drive you up, drive you back onto there. It'll be fine. You'll just be resting over on the bridge. No. Let's go! Hey, Hazel, Hazel, grab your cars. Don't outrun them. Why are your brakes on? Whose brakes are on? Come on, we don't have a lot of time. The brakes are off. Why are you being weird? Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let's go. Okay, so we'll get over these points, hopefully. I mean, not hopefully, we will get up and over these points. What is happening back here? How did you come undone? Okay, it's fine. Swap that back. Let's go. Come on, 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 come on. Faster, faster, faster. Okay. Now let's have to go see where Dell is, because Dell should have been through here by now. Well, I guess I only left him at 10% reg. He's probably over here somewhere. Yep, there we go. I knew he was on the wrong fucking track. Let's go, buddy. Why did I do that? I thought I had to swap my clicks again. I'm going slightly crazy. Get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. gathering speed, we should be alright. I don't think we'll outrun our points or anything. I'm interested to see how we'll handle this corner, but it should be alright. We want as much speed as we can get, and hopefully hold it for as long as possible. Which, since it's just him running by himself, should be basically forever. Should be. We'll see, we'll see. They're a little fidgety, but it's alright. What I think of when I think of a train with as big as wheels as this guy's got. It's going, you know, 30 miles an hour. The engines in this game are just so slow. Like, they shouldn't be as slow as they are, I don't think. The quarter makes sense. Mathematically, the diameter of the wheel and the size of the piston does line up to it making about 15 miles per hour. Maybe a little higher. Maybe closer to like 16 or 17, but I could be wrong. Everyone else just feels slow. Like, the quarter was only 15, so they only made engines as fast as Janet, which is 26? I have all these written down in a file somewhere. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I will find it. Give me 1 second here. Oops, that's not the right thing. I keep clicking on the wrong stuff. I'm not too concerned. We'll go the right way. Should be under the Bible. The writer's Bible. Yeah. Hold on. I'll put it over here so I can watch and also maybe have a little bit more visual space. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So, Hazel, Betsy, Jack, and Jill, they're all at 15 miles an hour. Robert hits 18, which makes sense. He's got really small drivers. Percival being at 18 doesn't make much sense considering Percival's size. Everett hits about 22, which he's older, but again, bigger drivers. I would have figured he'd be closer to 25. Some of that might just be operator error. Richard, we don't own him yet, but he's a cook mogul. He goes about 24. Again, driver size would lead me to believe he should be at least as fast as Janet, which is the same for Percival, but like, he's just not. Oliver and Emma hit 26, which is weird. So they're tank engines that are hitting 26. Yeah, the fastest one is the Lima consolidation, at least in practice that I've had. That thing runs at 28 miles per hour. Everyone else is just kind of like limited to 25, which is weird. Because it doesn't... There's nothing that suggests that they should be that slow unless they're properly geared for pulling. Which again, they can't be, because they just kind of don't pull weight that well. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's very, very strange to me. That's all I'm going to say. Have our boy, lovely old Bell. I don't think I actually got to put him into power. He should probably run up under 41% on his own. I'm hoping this cattle guard doesn't get in the way, like connecting up to Percival. Some of these engines are really weird and don't connect properly, because the cattle guards just are in the way. Rather than getting a longer link hook to connect into things, they just kind of don't. Super bizarre. It's kind of why I used knuckle couplers. Otherwise, Emma and Oliver could not couple up to things like well, each other for starters, with the Tennessee, is that what it's called? Hold on. Not this one. The Mason Bogey. Or at least I couldn't for a while. That's why I didn't use a Mason Bogey for the longest time. Even though I love the Mason Bogey, it's such a goofy little looking thing. Maybe having a station pilot down there would help to get engines up the hill. I never thought about that, actually. Having a station pilot down there would probably be beneficial. That way, in case you have, like, engines like Hazel who's trying to go back in the winter, and she's, like, stuck and can't do anything. It's just such a small space there to try to put anything of source there. We're going to shut off our steam. That way we buckle into Percival here real nice and soft like. Hello, babies. Why aren't you going? Can I not control you from him? I know I could. There we go. Now we're in the same cab. Are you still in the same cab? Yes, okay. Between the two of you, you should be able to get up this no fucking problem. I have like some odd 1,000 amount of pushing power. You know what, maybe that's what I do with Jack and Jill, because I drive them down here, because they can go both ways really easy, because they're in war for the railway. They're meant to be, actually, they are doing really good, surprisingly. I'll drop them down to about 15% now, because I don't need too much gas going up the rest of this. It's just really that one section where it gets to be like 10% for no fucking reason. It's wild. Makes me wonder how getting a coach up here would go with like Everett. Because Everett runs a passenger service up and down here. It's a single coach, thankfully. Because it's more like holiday tours and people from the town going out to like pick up stuff, like groceries. Well, he's supposed to have like a mail car too, technically. That way they can get news up here. I don't know. Well, don't you guys stop. Just keep going. A 10 mil could be kind of cool up here too, though. Be a neat little, weird station pilot engine to have. Very Victorian era energy, you know, turned into some weird goofy goober. I don't know. We'll see. Dell looks so bored back here. Just like, yeah. Got called to rescue you, and now here we are. If I go and focus on speed, can we push Percival past 18? This is an open flat area, mostly, so I'm not too concerned about, like, losing a bunch of speed. Yeah, we can push him past 18. We're almost 120. We're, like, going 19 miles an hour. See, look at them. They have the same size driver. Why are you so much faster? I mean, yeah, different build years. You're what, 1906? 1907? Late 80s? Late 1800s? Versus mid to late 1800s? I don't know. I'd have to look. Hold on. For now, I want to get this stuff unloaded, so... I mean, I'm not going to run any bigger trains up here than this, just... Oh, I can't see. Thank you, water tower. Ah, I see. I needed more planks than beams. Oh no. Kind of wish I'd known that. I should have looked before I went. Because, yeah, I need to run like 3 or 4 cars of just straight fucking lumber up here. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Also, I broke my only rule, which was to never put... Dang it. Because this happens. Had I used the circle mode, I actually could have continued it on back that way. But there's a town in the way now. And I'm not going to fucking make it so that it's trying to push things up along the... Well, maybe I can make it so it goes up and along this hillside thing here. That might work. It'd be really tight, but I might be able to do it. It would also mean that I can just unload everything, have longer trains coming up here if I really want to. I'm gonna go pee and think about it and grab some more water, because I'm out of water. But, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna go do, actually. We'll leave this alone, so that it goes up to there, like that. And then we have, like, a 5 or 6% incline or whatever. 10%, whatever, you know, since clearly we could. I don't know. That's wild, though. 10.5% is insane. I don't know why it's so high. Okay, so upon further reflection, I'm pretty sure the correct move is to make a backup. That way, in case I don't like what I change, I can change it back. I need to do that more often when I'm building. But, apart from that, as long as this is starting as the incline, I should be okay. Like, if we start the incline here, we should be alright. What I want to do is grab it, incline it as much as possible, and then run it around along here, maybe until I can get up to here. I don't think I can, but like, just so that it's tall and I can maybe go places with it. Because this shed right here is going to be a problem. This right here is going to be a problem. But after that, basically, I can just run straight along the backside here, with like a brick wall or something, and just have this be where we go to shunt the trains if we have to, if they get that long. They shouldn't, but like in case. So we'll make a backup, because I'm a little nervous. We'll save this one, but then we'll do backup save. So the backup save is what we'll be committing everything to. That way we can always just go back to the main save if we don't like the backup stuff. I know it's a really weird way to do things. And I'm doing things really confusingly, but I'm a very confusing person. I'm just going to wait until this finishes actually doing the save icon, and we'll go ahead and start working. I hunger for a peanut butter sandwich. I ate one today. It was quite good, actually. Hello? Why is it taking so long to save? Alright, you know what? We're going to leave the session real quick, then we'll reload into it. One or the other should be able to load into it pretty easily. And they both show the same icon for the save, so that leads me to believe that they're both probably okay, but we'll see. Sometimes saving does weird things with the icons. Again, I wish that the devs could come back and fix some stuff, man. There's just so much that needs to be, like, it's just minor things that need to be fixed. Like the load times. Why are they so dog shitly abysmal? Oh shit, I'm falling. Help. Okay, whatever. Like I said, we're gonna start that idea actually. So, in order to get it to go straight, so I think we're gonna have it go up via wall. I'm just gonna go for a full 10%. That should be fine. Ah, shit. That's not gonna work, is it? It might. Okay. Well. Can I do something like this? Will that work? I kind of want to make it more shallow. How do you rotate things in this mode? Oh, I guess like that. That sucks ass. This sucks major ass. Oh, that's not working. Right. Okay, so other idea. Hold on. We grab this. I don't know which way I'm trying to go. 100 meters that way should work. Theoretically. It's on a curve going up, which is going to suck. But I think that'll work. I just got to get it into a different type of up. What if I do like 140? Does this work? Oh, this isn't going up. I'm like, why isn't this going up? What's happening? Oh. Maybe I just do that. I mean, this is literally just a test to see what happens. I know nothing can fucking shove these cars up there when it's this heavy. They could barely do the, what was it, 100 or whatever, the 10 meters down there. Yeah, whatever, we'll try it, That's the wrong direction, ladies and gentlemen. This does mean that I could actually theoretically, well, see how this handles anyway. Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, now I can just take entire cars of one type up and down. I hate it, but it works. I think that's what we do, though. I'm gonna hide this stuff away, though. Alright, so we'll save, and then we'll delete this save. just go ahead and pull everything down the mountain. Okay, let me look at Dell's stats compared to Percival, because maybe Dell would be better to have, like, a tank engine of that size anyway. Because Dell is technically the same size as Percival, but he's supposed to be stronger, because this is 9,000 pounds of force, which is about 1,000 less than I was calculating with. And the into Utah is about 13. Pretty safe to bet. Which is about the same as the Ruby Basin? Really? 13,694 versus 13,500. Wow, that's actually less than the Ruby Basin. Or more than Ruby Basin. The Ruby Basin is definitely stronger than than Percival, but it's weaker than this guy. But he's also about the same size, and he goes faster, so... It's also weird, because he has more driving wheels. And usually the more driving wheels an engine has, the more pulling power it has, theoretically. Obviously, there's a point where having too many driving wheels, you're going to lose pulling power. Because the weight isn't enough to be pushing down on the wheels enough. But the idea is more wheels equals more tractive effort, which means that you can pull longer and heavier trains. In practice, I don't know how accurate that is. I wonder... Yeah, it's actually stronger than what'll be Richard. Is this the coal one? No, this is the wood one. Where's the coal one? I know there's one. Oh, no, I'm looking for the moguls. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, there it is. Anyway, this is the one we're going with, which is way weaker, surprisingly, but it's all the way down here, so I'm not too surprised. We do have one with a snowplow on the front that's wood-powered. I don't know why they don't all have snowplows on the front as, like, a customizable option. I would actually love that. That would be so cool. I'm very, very sad, actually, by this news. Why don't they all have snowplows? At least all of them with the cow catchers. They could totally do it. Like, it looks like it's an easy retrofit. None of these have any reason that they wouldn't be able to have one. Oh, fuck, you could have a tank engine with one even. Well, technically two, because there's the Yinti Utah. Or 3. 4? Hold on. The only tank engines, well, classic tank engines are kind of these two, and then Percival. Design-wise, to me anyway. I guess these little guys count as tank engines, the Shay, the Heisler, and the Climax, but, like, I don't know. So this is weaker in all stats, as far as I'm aware, than the Baldwin Loco tank thing. Not by much, but by enough. You're hearing the gears of my brain start grinding here. That's pretty normal. I guess what I'll do is I'll just test running the Utah doing this by itself. So, hey Percival, can you just chill over here in this siding for now? They should crash into him into his brakes, it's fine. Because I want to see if the strat here is to have one of these guys that shunt everything uphill, just run the whole route, and we leave Percival on log duty, just kind of running logs to and from the logging camp to the sawmill at really short distances. Kind of not what one of his size is really meant to be pulling, but I mean, it's options, I guess, technically. Feels like a waste of his power, but he can also run cordwood trains when I move Betsy. Because I do intend to move Betsy down to the main station, have her be the main station pilot. So she helps engines down there, she gets trains sorted down there, that sort of thing, because they're smaller and easier to maneuver on points, which is the big thing. We're gonna go ahead and test this, though, so we'll be back, Percival. Don't mind us. Love you, bye! trying to remember the original orientation of a sawmill, because it's not how I have it orientated. That's customly done by me, because I thought it looks cool. And it does, admittedly. How that would have affected my rail line going forward, because I just got really sick of fighting with it all the time. It was my big thing. I could actually run with a little bit of power, I guess. I just don't want to go with too much, because I know the 10% will probably derail us if I'm not careful. It is interesting that Dell is as strong as he is, though. Feels kind of wasted that he's just a shunter for the smelter's yard, considering you don't technically need one. You have Hazel down there, but I didn't want Hazel to just, like, exist alone, because that felt really mean. I like Hazel. She's my child. Not really. You know what I mean. Goofy little 042 saddle tank engine. Ooh, we're getting some speed going downhill. I'm going to turn on my brakes a little bit just to kind of help slow down my descents. We'll keep running it. Okay, I shouldn't have done that though, because I'm trying to run. Oh man. I really do need a station pilot down there. I mean, technically speaking, it could be a case of like Dell and Percival are the ones that run these trains up and down the grades all day, every day, but like, I don't know. It feels kind of unfair to them that they have to do that. I have your brakes on. I mean, I know it's like a fucking 10% grade or whatever, but like, please, I have your brakes on. Okay, now we can go. I'm a lot more okay with hitting speed going over the straight, because it's pretty flat, pretty straight. I don't have to worry too much. A little worried about the upcoming curves. We'll just apply a bit of brakes. We can go about 20 miles per hour. It'll be alright. Through with about 8% brake the entire way. Enough to hopefully hold us to the rail, but not, like, you know, eat all of our momentum. We'll try about 10. I'm just trying to basically balance, going almost max speed downhill. Shut off the brakes again, just so we can go as quick as possible. This should be basically getting off of the upward slant. Yeah. Feel good. Look at this. Let's go. We're doing awesome. We're doing fantastic. I'm putting all planks on, right? Oh, boy. I need to move that snowplow out of the way and everything. Oh shit, no, wait, hold on, stop. You're okay, just keep going forward, just keep going straight. Just go that way for a little bit, sweetheart. You're alright. I just kind of forgot I had this set wrong back here again, because I had you run through the station to help out. That happens to us sometimes. There we go. Pretty alright. I do kind of want to see what your overall looks like. Your lights aren't the greatest. They're not bad either. It's all bad. the old station pilot over there in that shed would work. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna put down a small shed for it. And maybe we'll put something strong, but something that we aren't using elsewhere. That way, even if it's a case of, like, it's a double-headed train, well, double-backed train, because technically they are pushing and pulling up and down the lines. Weird to think about, ain't it? Alright, I'm just letting Dell go ahead and get out here and stretch his legs a little bit. Use a lot of tank engines, not too many tender engines, which is a little weird. I think since tender engines feel more versatile. Like, tender engines feel very, like, I have to be at the front of a train, I have to be pulling the train, I cannot have my tender be the lead, basically. I don't know why, but like a little tank engine like this always feels very safe to run as though it's a tender engine. I don't know, it's bizarre. It's very, very bizarre. I don't know why I feel this way, I just kind of do. I'm not sure I'm supposed to feel that way, neither. This railway feels very tender heavy, or tank engine heavy. I'm hoping when I go to like bigger railroads maps, we'll be able to, because eventually this map will be done. Like, we'll visit, but we won't like work on it consistently, because there won't be anything to work on. It'll just be a fun little thing to visit from time to time, look at how we did things. Basically, this is the ground. Unfortunately, I did accidentally delete Mesa Plains. I think last stream, we were rebuilding. My bad. We're gonna go ahead and keep this one, and we'll come back to this occasionally. Once this is done, of course. There's other stuff I want to do. And we'll take everything we've learned from the other maps, and just sort of hopefully by that time, when we come back to here, we'll build Pine Valley 2.0. See how that looks. Yeah, you wouldn't even know that that's the fucking incline up into the iron mines. That's insane. I guess I could have gone a little on down here and gone up that way too. If we ever decide to come back and just do a goofy, trying alternate routes to different stations path, that's what we'll do. I know. I just chose to go past what seemed like the least resistance, and that happened to be over there. So just gotta keep vibing with the steam trains, doing the steam trains thing. Approaching points, hey, I'm coming on to points. Drop on clear. think we're going to be doing okay. Got all the way down to planks, though, which... Yay, planks. Why do I do it that way? Let's just... Oh, I have everything lined up. Not have to fight too hard. Right. I'm hoping that we can get up there, because this is going to be a lot heavier than anything we've run previously. I'm a little bit worried that we should have kept Percival. Currently, I am just running trains to make money. I want to get the coal mine engines set up and have the coal car set up. And in order to do that, I need more money. So I'm trying to get more iron developed over at the iron mill, so that way we can get more iron-related money. Currently, I'm testing to see how good Dell is at taking a 10.3% incline. This is Dell, he's my little... number 21, which is, my understanding is correct. Have you ever caught a mine going up and running? I have the iron mine. I'm trying to get the coal mine up and running. That way we can start working our way out to the ironworks. Because right now, I'll show you. I've got this line that goes down and along through here. There's a little bit of a junction down here that can go along up to the coal mine up here, or I did move my smelters from being down here somewhere. I wasn't a huge fan of it there, so I just went ahead and moved it to over here. So eventually the smelters yard, which needs to have another cordwood run delivered to it, I'm noticing, so we'll grab Percival and run cordwood over there eventually. The problem is I can only run 3 cordwood cars at a time unless I'm going to spend 40 minutes sorting through cars. But eventually what we'll do is we'll take this little sectional of track here and we'll run it all the way up and along. And we'll probably have a chunklet that connects into the oil field. And then we'll also have it so it goes around over this ironworks and also up to this refinery. And then after that, we'll run the map like this for a while, and then we will try out a different map when I get... Well, eventually probably kind of bored of doing it this way. But yeah, this is Dell. He's my little goofball. He's the one that I am testing out in a couple different spots to see where he fits best. Because right now, I think, unfortunately, he is stuck as the smelter yard pilot, whatever you want to call it. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. It'll take a little bit. I'm sure we'll get something figured out. I'd be surprised if we didn't, to be honest with you. I'm worried... Well, I'm not worried, but I'm a little bit worried because these are much heavier than the beams. I'm having Dell push this uphill by himself, so what I'm tempted to go do real quick... Yeah, I'll just do it now, because I know I'm probably going to need it. And rather than fight up on the iron mine... Oh, I can show you what I did over here. I was only able to unload like 2 or 3 cars into here, so what I did was I just grabbed the ground and raised it up about 10% up to here. It's not great. I don't think my cars can derail, because it's too steep for really any engine to push anything up that high. But it should make it so that we can have like a full thing of lumber to go all the way up, or a full thing of beams that go all the way up when they're getting loaded, rather than waiting. Hey, I'm glad to hear it, buddy. I'm hoping it was a good time. Oh, I also fixed the ironway to get up here. I'm not entirely sure what to call it. I was going to call it the tramway, but that doesn't really make any sense, because it's not trams going up and down here. How to edit. Oh, what the hell just happened? Why did that happen? What did I hit? Everybody's gone over this multiple times. Why did you derail like that? What happened? What? First of all, Alright, hold on. Let's try that again. Where did I derail at? Okay. Because Dell went down that no problem. You came up that no problem. So what happens? Alright, whatever. I'm very glad you managed to figure out editing. That sounds like it'll be a great time then. What sort of content are you trying to make? Railroads, Minecraft? Just vlog style stuff? I know vlog stuff kind of went out of popularity, but it can still be kind of fun. Mile trains and vlogging. We have a really big train game in... Nice. Model trains are quite fun, that's for sure. I'm shutting off steam because this section coming up is about 10% downhill. As I found out today. And I don't know why, or how to fix it. There doesn't seem to be a way to fix it, short of, like, taking and building a chunk of track that goes down that way, but that kind of defeats the whole purpose of building the track where I did, which is here. So, yeah, we'll see. We're a little bit fast. We're too fast. We're too fast. Entirely too fast. Please stop. Okay. So you are really, really light. Which might explain why you have such a low pulling power compared to Dell, but like... I don't know. Percival and this hill don't get along very well, I'm realizing, so I think what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately, is keep Percival on mainly just shunting logs to and fro, which is fine. And running cordwood trains, I think. Because that seems to be his area of expertise in not too much with these weird mountainsides. But yeah, no, the end goal is to eventually have a map. I will grab my favorite map, which is probably Pine Valley. I don't know. Pine Valley feels really small. I like the stuff where I have lots of connection points. So the goal is to eventually, like, basically, quote-unquote, beat all the maps, you know, get to all the different locations, whatever. And currently, I think the easiest way... Wow. And then I think the idea is to grab whatever our favorite map ends up being. Which currently has been Pine Valley. Pine Valley is both tough and also just kind of cool. Please stay on the rails. No, we're not staying on the rails. Are we going over the edge? I am, not you. How did you stop there? I don't understand you sometimes. Train? Engine? What do you want me to call you? Okay, we're gonna park you off in that little siding over there, though. Do I have the right siding points stuff set? I hope so. No, I don't. I have it set to go straight through, which normally is fine, but I don't really want to do that right now. I want to park us probably right there. We're going to put like a little shed. And have that be the quote-unquote shed where Percival lives. Pad? Yeah. So, well, Percival doesn't live there full time, but Percival's just going to live in this siding for now, because, yeah. It's probably the best place for Percival to live, is in the siding. Then we will go ahead and head back up. I just want to see how Dell handles on his own for a little bit. So I always give, like, every other engine infinite, ample opportunity to, like, do good. I haven't really given Dell much time to shine. I haven't really given Janet much time to shine. Janet, like I was saying, is probably more just, like... In my head, tender engines should not be at the back of a train pushing. They should be at the front pulling. And they should not be at the back pulling backwards. So their tender is the lead. That feels cursed to me, and I do not know why. Rules are probably stricter. At one point in time, so like, or looser, I mean, so like, tender engines could, but like, you know. Anyway, we're just gonna run this stuff all the way uphill here. At least as quick as I can, so we're gonna be here for a while. Gonna be here for a while. It is weird that it sounds like it's wheezing. I don't know if you can hear it too. Compressor? Maybe it's the compressor. No, it doesn't seem to be the compressor. I don't know why it's doing that. It's bizarre. This thing has like 13-ish thousand pounds of force that I can use to go uphill, so it's not horrible. I'm just a little worried because this is about 18,000 pounds per car, which is a lot of weight, so we'll see how it goes going uphill with this. Maybe I pull Dell off of helping down at the smelters and put a different engine down there, something smaller but still strong. I don't know. Oh, I hate this though. Not many things in the world I hate more than just exposed rail like this. This feels very deadly. I was complaining about earlier is I feel like the trains should be a little faster. It's weird that there's a bunch of them with the same size driving wheels, the same number of them, but just don't hit the same speeds, even though they look like they definitely should. I think it's kind of just a me problem, but like Dell, for example, and Percival, it makes sense that Percival's maybe lighter, but not that he's necessarily slower. Dell is heavier because the weight is more on the sides of the wheels, holding you down. I don't know, it's weird. The most powerful engine, are you talking pulling-wise, or are you talking speed-wise? I think pulling and speed-wise, it's technically... Pulling and speed-wise, I think it's technically the... Yeah, this guy. I don't know how fast it is, but I know it's really, really strong. I haven't gotten to play with its speed yet. I used to have a world test on that, but I don't anymore. Otherwise, the next fastest one is the Lima Consolidation, which hits about 28 miles an hour, which feels really slow. Also, this thing's whistle sounds like a toy, which is very, very weird. I don't know how to feel about that. Yeah, I am gonna keep running it, I guess. And we'll see how well we go. Technically speaking, if we're going downhill, they can't go beyond their speed limits. Like this one sits about 18, 19 miles per hour, which is kind of slow. It's about the same speed as Percival, but like, I don't know, it's weird. I think what they did was they saw that they basically got the speed of the quarter correctly. The speed of the quarter is about roughly 15 miles per hour. Technically, it should probably be closer to about 16 or 17, but we'll say it's 15. And they didn't want any other engines to feel like it really outran the quarter super hard, which is weird because the quarter has teeny tiny driving wheels. So I don't know, it feels really wrong that everything is capped to like 20 miles an hour. No worries, have fun. Sanders engage, please, because this is like 10.3% up. Welcome back. How you doing, my friend? I'm hoping we can get up there. I don't think we can. Damn, not even Dell can get up there. That is wild. Good? What? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Dell not being able to get up there for a second. My bad. So we're going to have to grab Percival, I guess, and run them up and down the hill together for a while. No, I get you now. I just misunderstood you. I'm fun sometimes. My reading comprehension is bad. I think the Heisler can technically by itself. I think the issue is that it's just too much weight. I'm not too surprised that this little guy can't get up there himself. He's not the strongest engine in the game. I'm working with mostly mid-tier engines, although he's stronger than the Ruby Basin that I want to pick up. So I don't know what that tends to tell me about the way up into the Iron Mine. So it's going to be heavier trains doing weirder things. Alright, let's just send Percival up the grade to go and help. That's kind of why I figure I'm going to put a shed down here somewhere and make it one of these guys just a little backing engine, or like a banker. I I mean. I don't remember what they're actually called, but like, basically it just helps shove the rest of the engine uphill. I'm a little bit worried. Why are you not going much faster than this? Thank you. Realistically, you should be able to hit about 18 miles per hour. 17, 18. It's hard to tell. I don't know why you weren't going above 15. You should be. Even while we are on full speed. Weird. So, this is the easier path to build on. There's two paths in this game, technically. This is the easier one to build on. But it's longer and it's a lot steeper. The other path is a pain in the ass to build on. Because you have to go along this route here, where there's not really like any flat shelf area to build upon. So you're building mostly in mid-air, which I don't like doing. Which is part of the reason why I was building over here. I think if we ever come back to Pine Valley in a different save... Oh my god, we were so close to the edge. I don't think the Utah could get up here. I think it's too wide. Because the Utah makes Percival look like a Tinker toy. Okay, hold on. Are you guys actually connected? Are you... No. Okay, hold on. Why are you being stinker about this? Come on. Oh yeah, thank you, Del. It's a coal engine being helped by a wood fire engine. That's pretty funny. Jesus Christ, you can hear this thing. Alright, but between the two of them, they can get up... Well, they could get up there with the last load area. They might not be able to with this one, I'm not sure. What just happened? Did I get bumped back onto the rails? That was weird. It was like I tried to tip, but it couldn't. I'm not sure what you're trying to say with that one, but you aren't playing right now? So you're playing right now, but I don't really have a strong engine to get up the hills to go up to my coal mine. You can double head trains, which does help. That way you can get up things like this. I think I'm going to do 2 ruby basins mostly to get up and down the hill. And then I'll have a cook mogul hauling stuff downhill. Yeah, you can double head trains. I'm controlling both trains from this one cockpit right now. I'm not sure if you have to be using knuckle couplers for it to work, but that seems to be where I have found that it works. I haven't played with the link and pin in a while. But yeah, no, I remember back when this game first came out, you couldn't double head trains by yourself. Not very easily, anyway. So what I did was I had 2 porters that I would haul. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's a little bit weird sometimes. They don't always line up like you would think. But, I'm running both trains currently. We're gonna go ahead and bump you guys up to about 50%. I might actually go to 100% regulator. I don't know why they struggle right through here so hard either, because this is, well, I guess it's about 8%, so... The Iron Mine Grade is just kind of mean. It doesn't like your engines, and it's trying to murder them. Awesome. We should be able to basically just coast in. I'm not nearly as close as I thought I was. Darn. But yeah, no, if you're using knuckle couplers, I know for certain that you can double head trains, run them both by yourself. I think you can do up to 3 at a time. I don't know how they're actually being controlled from one train cab. Usually there's like, you know, a set of hoses and whatnot involved. So all the controls are locked together, but it's fine. This is fine. Well, guys are just gonna get up here into the station. Okay, how did Jack and Jill push for I guess they were unloaded iron cars, to be fair. Maybe that's how they were able to get them pushed up into place over here. Most of the way. They kind of all got stuck on that same corner, which makes sense for Jack and Jill. They're quite light, trying to push, you know, empty hopper cars, which are a couple thousand pounds apiece. I think they're close to about 10, 8 or 9 maybe. I don't remember, I'd have to look. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get everybody unloaded over here, though. I see. Why did I do this to myself? Hold on. You guys pull them off? Thanks. They're currently set to the wrong set of tracks. Clara's in the shed just watching, like, what are you numbskulls doing here, exactly? I think, theoretically, I could have Clara pull these by herself, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to. She's fast, yeah, she gets, like, 20-ish miles an hour, but, like, at the same time, she's not all that fast. I don't know. I mean, she's about the same speed as these guys. She's got better pulling power. Feels like she should have a little bit more speed or something to make up for the fact that she's not got quite as much pulling power as the... Hold on. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Awesome. Oh, right. I have to go this way to get it to work. Because of the cab I'm in currently. A little bit further. They are trying to push up that 10% incline, so they should be just naturally being slowed down a little bit too. But how much more lumber do I have to go and grab and pull back up here before I start making? So I got 10 currently on my lumber, and my beams I've got 12. So I could start doing mixed trains again, going up and down, which maybe. So it looks like for every 4 bits of lumber we use 2 beams. I don't know. Like, at least we're making a decent amount of stuff. We're at $3,000. I think I'm gonna leave you up here for now, because your brakes are on, right? You have your brakes on full. Yeah, full brakes. Let us go ahead and run some... Yeah. I just broke all my crank pins, but it's fine. What is causing... Hold on. Yeah, fine. You roll downhill, whatever. What is causing that? Are these just not aligned? They look perfectly aligned. What do you mean they're not aligned? Okay, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. Willing to accept that they're out of line somehow. That's okay. We will fix that by doing this. Now guess what? They are in line. At least they should be. It looks exactly the same as before, but at least hopefully this time it won't get weird and rocky over those 2 points. Hello. How are we doing? Just kind of coasting, are we? That's fine. We'll coast downhill. I'll take a nap. I'm sure I'll be woken up if the train crashes. I actually did fall asleep playing this game when I first got it, because I put like 2 or 3 days in without sleeping. And I was driving Percival, which was the first engine I had actually bought at the time. Because I was at level 3, but I just didn't have quite enough money for anything in level 3. But I was running up and down a 10% grade with one flat car and the porter, because that's all the porter could pull at the time, because of the 10% grade for 200 or so meters. I took the worst route to the sawmill possible. But yeah, no. So we, I was running it. I got Percival. I was running a train back. Somebody else was playing with me at the time. They were, like, fixing my track behind me. Because they just did not like how I built it. And, like, I remember waking up and going, where am I? I don't recognize this part of the track. What happened? I wasn't asleep for very long. It was probably, like, 4 or 5 minutes. Just running downhill with Percival. But, like, it got me straight to the station. Like, I woke up, and I, like, well, not the station, but, like, the depot. And I woke up, and I'm like, that's the depot. Where am I? Why do you keep doing this? What is your problem? How do you keep running up and over the rails? God, you need a fucking pony truck or something, dog. There are very few engines in the world that make me as upset as you do. I get it. I'm probably going too fast. But at the same time, like, that's not even 20 miles an hour. Dell can go down that doing 20 miles an hour, no problem. So I'm assuming I'm too light up top because of the age and how this thing is built. And it does cause me to derail. Which is why I'm not bringing Percival up here anymore. I refuse to. Percival is stuck on log duty forever. No more driving up or down on this. I don't know. It's just mild frustration. Percival, you're a pathetic embarrassment. I'm lumping you home. Not really. I do love you, but, like, I need you to try a little bit harder, buddy. I can't do everything all at once forever. And you stress me out. Don't you derail. I see you thinking about it. Yeah, we'll go with 11% brake and about 15% power. Then you're at least pulling through your own brakes, theoretically, at like 1 mile an hour, but like, still. Percival, you worry me. There are not many engines in this game that do, but they definitely nerfed how strongly you gripped the rails from back in the day. It breaks my heart. Yeah, no. I think the next one we shoot to do for these streams is probably... Who do we want to go with, map-wise? Well, I guess the second map they introduced would have been Lakeside, so we could do Lakeside. I actually really remember, like, I remember liking Lakeside, but I also remember playing Lakeside around the time that they added in the ability to move where things were on the map, and that's why, is I basically made it a custom map. So I don't actually know how to get to the spots on Lakeside, not effectively. I don't really know how to get to the spots here very effectively either. Just kind of forcing my way through, but yeah. I don't know. Weird little things like that, you know? I may actually take a break from Pine Valley to start on, what's it called? Oh no, Lakeside. Or maybe Aurora Falls. I like Aurora Falls, but my rule for Aurora Falls is that I'm going to be playing that one in only winter. Which, like, you know, not exactly ideal. We'll go about 50% regulator. That should get us up to about 18 miles an hour. Especially since we're just kind of, you know, running ourselves and mostly downhill. I don't know. I still feel like there's something missing that I'm personally missing with Percival right now. I don't remember him being this hard to deal with back in the day. Who knows? We'll see. Actually, you know what? Screw it. While you're driving, how do I get you onto the right set of tracks? I need you to go straight on this so that I can run you straight down to the depot area. Yeah. So we'll just run ahead and get the points set up correctly. First was fine going whatever speed over this. It's specifically something about up there that is causing him to just, like, collapse. I don't know why, but it's a little bit annoying. I mean, I know why it's annoying, but I don't know why he's doing it, which is more annoying. But yeah, I gotta go grab the log train from the depot. Which means that's... What rail line am I on? Hold on. So we go straight here. I want to go straight through here. Because that'll just pull us straight out and along to... I guess this is taking me up the road to the... I'd rather you do it this way. Awesome. Okay. So, this will be fine. He'll just kind of keep traveling. Worst comes to worst, he gets a touch stuck, which I can deal with. Making sure all these points are set correctly. Let's really change that out from this wood bridge to something else. Let's see. Currently, you're going to run into Janet. So I'm going to run you down this way, and I'm just going to run you straight into your own little siding. We're just going to run you straight into the siding. Now we can come grab you, because what I want to do is go ahead and look at, what this path looks like currently. Because over here it's mostly flat, which is nice. It's a good break from building up the mountains. But I also want to be able to run... Oh my god, this is not flat at all. It's a lie. This gets so bad so quickly. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I've got the oil fields over here that I have to figure out how to load and unload from. What does this mean to work? This is the regular old school oil field stuff. So it's before... Yeah. So steel pipes. Beams go here. Interesting. We also need tools over here. Fantastic. Very intriguing. I will drop a teleport somewhere where it feels like it's going to be out of the way, which is probably going to be about here. That's industries. There we go. Yeah, I kind of want to just place this somewhere over here. So, temporary home. We'll find a better one for it eventually, but or we won't. Thank you. So we got this one here, which is fine. Let's go look at the ironworks and see how that's looking to get in and out of currently too. There's a massive hill over here, which does worry me. But I think if I just have a single track that just branches off to go there, and I keep continuing this one along, I can have another track that branches off to go over here. Oh, easily. Yeah, look at that. That's not even too bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not too bad. This is where you get your steel pipes and your tools. Oh. Hold on. Don't I need steel pipes down here? Isn't that what it just said? Yeah, I need steel pipes down here. Damn it. I don't know why I thought it was rails. That wouldn't make any sense. I also need steel pipes up here. Alongside... I guess beams. No, that must be lumber. Yeah, I need some lumber up there. And then the unrefined oil. Interesting. Its outputs, this is my inputs over here. So this is its outputs over here. Okay. So, when I'm working with this one, I'm going to need to remember that I want a direct line from here. All the way. Oh my god, this is going to suck. To over here. Where do I actually need to connect up to drop in my pipes? Right over there. Cool. And then I'm going to have it go out and about that way to connect back up to the track 2. Interesting. I can make that work. It's just going to be a weird fight to get it to work how I want it to. There's not too much else map-wise to get to. There's not any of the new stuff that got implemented into the map. So over here, it's the same situation with the lumber here, mostly it looks like. Yeah, it is. We just have a tiny little bit longer space to go with that. But lumber and pipes look like they're in the same situation that my cordwood is over at the smelters. Interesting that they designed it this way. I've not really looked at these buildings too much. Crude oil goes in here. Interesting. I'm gonna figure that one out. My favorite is that the pickup point is right over here. So I guess if I keep building the track to go straight that way and like build a little town over there maybe, because then it could be like on the way into the next town. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I think, eventually here, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some serious time and doing. I'm putting down a telegraph office though, because this is another interesting spot that I would like to be able to teleport to occasionally. Especially once we start actually building up this area. But yeah. I think next time we play, we're gonna try a different map for a little bit, just so that I can have a bit of a breather from the headache over there, and just run some silly, goofy trains for a little while. Or we'll just take a breather and run trains for a silly, goofy while, but I don't know. It'll take a while. I am probably gonna call it here, though. I am unfortunately very, very tired. I didn't sleep very well last night, sadly. Which is wild, because I went to bed early. But I hope everyone enjoyed. I enjoyed playing. I should be back sometime tomorrow. I don't know what time exactly. It might be Railroads tomorrow, it might be Minecraft. I'm unsure. We still have not finished the viaducts for Minecraft, so we'll see. But yeah. Thank you. Y'all have yourself a great one. Bye-bye.